Hello, today I'm just going to be making a flower arrangement. I've got some flowers left from when we were designing our Valentine's bouquets to go on the website. So instead of wasting them, I thought I'd make a nice little arrangement. I've got a nice little potted white pot plant here. I'm just going to try and do like a 360-degree arrangement. So I'm going to start with my eucalyptus. This is blue eucalyptus. Blue eucalyptus is very fragrant. Sorry, I'm just trying to think, should I do a short arrangement or a low one? I might do a low one. I think I'm going to do it low. It's very fragrant, so it'll smell lovely in the house, which is good. It's also, it can be a little bit sticky. So if you was going to use this for, I don't know, something like a wedding bouquet or something like that, probably not a good idea unless you've really wrapped it in some ribbon, like really wrapped it, because otherwise a bridal hand's going to get all, or the bridesmaid's going to get all sticky hands, which wouldn't be great, would it really? So I'm just placing I'm starting with the eucalyptus because it's like the basics basically. Start with that and that will frame it all. So start framing it with the eucalyptus. I won't put it all in, I will be adding a bit more eucalyptus near the end just once I start tittering with it and having a look. Yeah, I might just do one more. And this is quite nice, this eucalyptus, because it's quite elegant. You can get all different types. You can get like the big bushy ones that are best to go with, like roses, that kind of thing. I think that's probably enough for now. And then I'm going to start with my statice, the purple statice. This comes in lots of different colours. It comes in a really lovely, which is a bit more wintry, I suppose, a really lovely dark purple. And it also comes in this colour as well. But statice, well, basically lasts forever, which is handy. It dries. This is a little bit dry now because I've had it a while, but it dries. And you might get the occasional bit that comes off, but really it's. Yeah, it's lovely. So it's well worth the money. It's good to buy that kind of thing if you're on a budget. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. I'll do that for now. I might do my big, if I go big next, so I know how much room I've got. So I've got some pink roses here. Just trying to think what I'm going to frame the do with that. Okay, so I've got some pink roses here, which is beautiful. I have to keep turning my vase around as well so I can see it from all angles. This one's a little bit droopy for some reason, but it's not because it's dyed, it's just the way it is. I just think it might actually add a nice dimension to it because it's going to hang over the edge of the bowl, which actually I quite like. I think it looks quite nice when it does that, see? I'll do one more for now. Put that there. Have you got any questions, Sarah? Oh, a bit of stage fright.
Sorry, I was just trying to think. So many questions come to mind. I'm not sure which one to ask first.
Well, just not what you obviously you know a lot about, but what do people ask us a lot? That's probably more you can think of. Obviously, you know quite a lot about flowers, obviously.
How should you cut your roses? Or flowers, actually. Sorry, flowers.
All flowers. They need to be cut at a 45-degree angle. If you do that, then it lets more water into the stem, so it will help them not to die as quickly. So yeah, definitely. I'm going to put this bud one in, just change the subject, just because it will probably open in a couple of days and it will look nice. Yeah, 45-degree angle, and then when you're watering flowers, they can get shocked. So If you've brought them in from the cold and they've been in the cold for a while, like these for example, have been in the shed because it keeps if the temperature's cooler, it keeps the flowers alive for longer. But I've left them in the house for a good few hours before I've started doing this arrangement, even though this is actually going into oases. But sometimes I do this with, you can do it with chicken wire. So you roll the chicken wire up into a ball, and then you put that in the plant, and then you fill it with water, and then you put the flowers in. That would, that I'd use tepid water. So I wouldn't want to shock my plants, so I'd have to let them warm up a bit indoors first, then add the tepid water. If you just add, if they've been in a hot house, for example, and then you add freezing cold water, they're not going to like it. I might cut this up a bit smaller actually.
So have you soaked the oasis, or is it?
Yes, the oasis has been soaked. Another tip with oasis, when you're going to soak oasis, do not put a washing up bowl full of water and then push your oasis down to fill it. If you do that, you'll make air pockets in the oasis. So if you cut it in half, for example, you'd have the middle bit would possibly be dry and then the outside would be wet, so your flowers wouldn't be getting watered the same. So just make sure you just put it in and let it soak it all up itself, basically. These come in lots of colours as well, these Lisianthus. I quite like the white with the pink. It's a bit bridal in a way, but yeah, I quite like it.
So this is one stem of lilies, but actually it's multi-headed, isn't it?
It is actually, it's got quite a lot of heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, yes. Yeah, so on our website when we say one lily stem, it's not just one lily. It'll, like you say, it's going to have numerous heads on. What else was I going to say? Something else I was going to say. Oh, about the roses and the statice. Yeah, so as I was saying about the statice lasts forever. And I'll just grab it because there's video inch trouble. This one here, this little one, is from beginning, the first, second week I suppose, of December. These are real, the statice, it's just dried out. Like I said, they dry out, so they last forever. So it's now, I don't know what it is, I can't remember, I think it's the end of January. It's the end of January, I think. So they've lasted forever. These roses, they're called numerous names, everlasting roses, forever roses, the word that I always forget, what's
Preserved.
That? Preserved roses. They last for, they're real roses, they've just been freeze dried. They last for 1 to 3 years, so they're a bit more expensive, but obviously they're going to last you.
And you don't have to add water, do you?
You don't need to add any water. Water will damage them, so if you're going to put them, I mean we put them in garlands and things like that at Christmas, but they're indoors. I wouldn't advise putting them in a wreath that you're going to hang on your door, because they can go soggy and they sort of go to mush. So unless it's really covered, that's okay, but yeah. I'm just going to put in this is chrysanthemums.
Can you just move your roses? Because I can't see what you're doing.
These, another one that actually we've picked quite a lot of flowers that last for ages. These are another one that lasts for ages. Obviously we're choosing them because we're sending them out for Valentine's. And Valentine's is on a Monday today, this year, not today. So you want them to last because the couriers generally don't post on a Sunday, or don't collect on a Sunday, sorry, so they'll collect them on a Saturday, which is a bit of a shame, but we've got flowers at last. Don't want them turning up dead. These, actually, I've had these because we've been doing the designs for the Valentine's. I've had these for a week and a half, roughly now, and they're still looking good. So I'd say they should last a couple of weeks, maybe longer. And we've pulled these about, trying them in one bouquet. Oh no, let's not put them in that, let's put them in this one. So the fact that they're looking so good is, well, it's a good thing. Let's just have a quick look. I think I'm nearly there, you know. Quite liking it. What have I missed? Anything? Yeah, no, I've got that, haven't I? Something big there, but I've done two. How many rows have I done? 3. They say, I'm not actually sure why, but they say odds when you're flower arranging. Use odd numbers, it's just more aesthetically pleasing. These are going to look lovely when they open up. Still, see, they're still closed. Had them all that time, and they're still closed, which is good. Actually, I'm going to do a taller one, I think. There. Another bit of yolk. And what we're thinking about doing is doing arrangements and things, like wreath arrangements and vase arrangements like this on a regular basis. So if you want to comment at the bottom, if you think you'd like that, we could try and do it on, like, I don't know, I don't want to set it in stone, but maybe like Thursday night or something like that. Same time every week, so you know, and then Sarah will be arranging one week and I'll be arranging one another. If you don't like me, you can just watch Sarah and then you know what week she's on. Sarah's probably got more of a soothing tone, I'd imagine. I think we might be there. I just don't want to overdo it, but...
No, it looks lovely and full. From there it looks lovely.
Yeah, that fits a little bit. I'm just going to change that one, it's too short. Just get a longer one. That one's long, isn't it? Okay, there yeah, it's better. Let's just give it a bit of a tidy up.
I'll bring the camera in closer.
Okay. There you have it, one vase. This will look nice on maybe on a dining table because it's all the way round. I like that. I like that one there. Yeah, I quite like that. And I suppose this would, I don't know, come in at £25–30 probably, something like that. So what we might do, we might sell the flowers online, possibly let you know what we're going to be selling, and show you the vase that we're going to be putting them in, and maybe you could do the arrangements with us. You could watch them, or you can watch later. We're going to try and upload it so you can watch it later if you want, and possibly that'll work. But let us know if you fancy doing that, and then we'll try and arrange it. Lovely, thank you, have a good evening.